It has been amazing to have met Pius.
And he has really inspired me through his talk on investing with a purpose.
Interacting with him today taught me two things. Wealth creation is an art. It has so little to do with money and so much to do with people.
The things I hear do Pius, I've never heard them anywhere else.
I'd love to meet him again.
The tide is just the good tidings. The economy is working, you have a good job, things are going, things are working. You have some struggles, daily struggles. But what if that paycheck goes? What if that business that has been your single most important source of income goes? What if I had there's one pastor that I love following. He's called Bob Soj. The most important thing to him was the voice. And then the voice goes. He goes through an operation, and it's a very minor operation, and all of a sudden, the voice is gone. How are you supposed to survive as a pastor? How are you supposed to survive as a pastor? So, in a disability can come in, isn't it? So, how many of us, or rather, what the question to us is, are we swimming naked? Are we swimming naked? And are we doing something about it? So, if your business or employment came to an abrupt halt, would your family be able to sustain the same lifestyle that they have been accustomed to? Can you live in the same neighborhood? Can you take your kids to the same schools? Can you socialize in the same clubs with the same people? If you can't, then you need to urgently start building a lifestyle portfolio. So there is a solution. You need to build a what? A lifestyle portfolio. A lifestyle portfolio is designed to match and outpace your current salary or business income. You need the money that comes to you while you sleep to be at least equivalent to your salary. Or business income. Imagine, I always have this imagination. Imagine if all the people who are serving us here in this hotel, the waiters, imagine if all of them did not have to work to earn a living, but they were serving as waiters. Do you really think they would be serving us the same way they're serving us? The customer experience would move to another level, because they would ask myself, why do I really need to go to work? Say, I need to go to work because I connect with people in my workplace. I love serving, I love engaging to foster. They would be calling you by name. They would be knowing what you like and what you don't like. They will be knowing the right temperature of your tea. Because now they are coming to do what they love to do every single day of the year. So, a lifestyle portfolio will help them and will help you to match and outpace your current income or business income. And therefore, what it really does is to insulate your family from your business. Your children really, really don't care, by the way, what you do. Have you ever realized that? Your kids don't really care whether your money comes from being a pilot, being a doctor, being an investment professional. They just want to know, do we have food to eat? Do we have a roof on top of our head? The rest are details. So you cannot go and tell your children that the operating environment in Kenya has changed. That inflation has skyrocketed. You cannot tell them that the Kenya shilling exchange rate has moved against us. You cannot tell them that you lost a customer yesterday. Your children don't care about that. They just say, you are my mom and you're my dad. Can you just put food on the table? So what you and I need to do is to insulate our business, our family from our businesses and our salaries and our incomes. We must put a guard in between, and that guard is called a lifestyle portfolio. So, a lifestyle portfolio will wean you off from over-reliance on active income, which is both salary and business income. For all the mothers in the house, you've had children, all of them have been weaned off milk, isn't it? Eh? Can you imagine if they were still had to breastfeed even today? Is it sustainable? So your salary is the same thing. Your salary is exactly the same thing. It is supposed to give you a kick into life. It's supposed to give you a start into life. Your business income is supposed to give you a starting point in your life. But you must win yourself off that thing, depending on that thing. And that will only happen when you have a lifestyle portfolio. So a lifestyle portfolio is the first crack into the journey of true financial freedom. It's the first crack you make to living a true, experiencing a true financial freedom. Are we together? So, when you have a lifestyle portfolio, it means one thing now. If you lost your business, you lost your job, you can go home today very calm, and you say, tomorrow I'll wake up, I'll be around. But we'll still continue having the same. Things are in control. And you imagine the confidence you give your family when you do that. Isn't it? Eh? Great confidence. I'll be figuring something out, but we are okay. You'll go to school, you will eat. It does not have to rock your marriage. Because again, these things, they even shake the core of a marriage. Correct? So once you build a lifestyle portfolio, now you need to switch gears again and you go to the second stage. And the second portfolio is called a security portfolio. Tell your neighbor, security portfolio. If you have ever driven in town, CBD, 4 a.m. in the morning, 5 a.m. in the morning, you're one of the first guys to arrive in the CBD, you notice people sleeping on the streets. Some covered in sacks, blankets, others literally just open. Has it ever really occurred to you, how come these people don't care about their security? Because you cannot imagine yourself sleeping on the streets, isn't it? You know why? It's because there is a minimum dignity for a human being. When you cannot afford these things we have just discussed, when your life drops below that point, you lose human dignity and you no longer care about security. You no longer care about security. Those people have dropped below that level. You have nothing to protect. You know, security is to protect something, isn't it? Eh? If you cannot have roof on top of your head, you cannot afford to have a decent meal, you cannot afford to dress well, then you will just be like them. And that's what you're trying to prevent. So the next thing now is a security portfolio. According to an article written by American Bankruptcy Institute, It says healthcare costs are the #1 cause of bankruptcy for American families. Healthcare costs. #1 cause of bankruptcies for American families. And the story is not different here in Kenya. In 2022, I had my own personal experience. I had a patient at Nairobi Hospital, ICU, and every single day, our billing was 500,000 shillings. Non-negotiable. Even the best cover, Daktari, it cannot cover that because there is no end to this thing. It's a loved one. You do not say now, this is the limit. So in 100 days, how much would I have spent? Yeah? 50 million. So even with all my good intentions, I have built a lifestyle portfolio. And I have struggled with my family to build a lifestyle portfolio. And I find myself with a patient in ICU for 100 days. I have a 50 million bill. What will I do? I'll wipe away my lifestyle portfolio. This is what you call the big disruptors of life. And there are other big disruptors. The other disruptor is education. Now, the good thing about medical is that it is uncertain. The problem with education, it is certain. It is surely, if you're either having it or it is coming. So, I remember when my kids were joining Service International School, Runda, I asked my team, Karibu sana. I asked my team, just find out how much school fees I'm going to spend from kindergarten 1 to grade 12. Just looking at the school fee structure. And they came with a number that really bothered me. 14 million shillings. Now, I had 4 children then. So 14 times? Do the math. 56 million. Before we could go further, my wife said, I'm pregnant again. Another one was coming. We moved from 56 to what? 72 million. Now, it means for the next couple of years, I'll be working and the 72 million shilling leakage out of our family. Does that hit you properly? 72 million shilling leakage in out of our family. So I asked the team, okay, fine. How much do we need to invest to take care of these school fees until grade 12? And they did their simulations and they came back, and again they surprised me. He said, Pius, if you invest 8 million shillings and we earn this kind of return, you are going to educate one child until grade 12, and after grade 12, you still have about 7 million shillings remaining. Are we together? And the whole thing flips on its head. And on further research, I discovered, guess what people in America who are doing well, what they do? They do education funds. They put capital, the capital generates money, the money educates the child, the capital remains. So instead of me working hard, you see now the problem why people have those regrets is because you have these big leakages. By the way, I know some people think Pius has taken his kids to very expensive school. Service is the second cheapest international school in Kenya. We are basically talking the same league as Makini and Rusinga. Same. They could even be more. So we are not talking of Braybans, and those are even on another level. So, and then somewhere else I was seated the other day, they said, even when you take kids to public school, on average you'll spend about 3.6 million shilling to the end. So if you have 5 children, you still have to feel some pain like me. But the pain is that money is that you work hard for it, and then it leaves the family. And it will never come back. So the question is, how do you make sure it never leaves the family? By starting a security portfolio, one of which is education investment plan.